It's the boldest warning yet from Tehran. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has claimed total victory over Israel and the United States. In a fiery televised address, Khamenei declared that Iran's forces crushed the Zionist regime and delivered a direct, damaging strike on the U.S. Udeid base.
The Zionist regime was almost brought to its knees and crushed under the blows of the Islamic Republic. The idea that such strikes from the Islamic Republic could be inflicted upon the regime had never crossed their minds, but it happened. We thank God, who helped our armed forces to break through their advanced multi-layered defenses. Many of their urban and military areas were flattened by the pressure of our missiles and the strong offensive with our advanced weapons.
But this wasn't just a victory message, it was a message of defiance. Khamenei issued 5 chilling warnings to the United States and Israel, making it clear that Iran's missile arsenal is ready to strike again. His target? The heart of America's regional military power. Warning 1. The Zionist regime, Khamenei says, has been crippled and humiliated. He claims Iran broke through Israel's multi-layered missile defenses, flattening both urban and military zones.
This shows that the Zionist regime must know that aggression against the Islamic Republic of Iran will carry a cost, a heavy cost, and praise be to God, this has now been proven. The honor belongs to our armed forces and to our dear people who raised, trained, and supported these forces from among themselves and empowered them to carry out such a great task.
Warning 2. The Supreme Leader taunted the United States, openly confirming Iran's successful strike on the U.S. Udeid base. Khamenei mocked Washington's attempts to downplay the damage, calling it a desperate lie to cover up failure.
The Islamic Republic delivered a hard slap to America, attacked one of the major U.S. bases in the region, the Al-Udeid base, and inflicted damages. Those who exaggerated earlier tried to downplay this incident, saying nothing had happened, whereas a major event had indeed occurred. The fact that the Islamic Republic could reach important American centers in the region and act against them whenever it deems necessary is no small matter. It is a major event and can certainly be repeated in the future.
Warning 3. Khamenei vowed that any future aggression will unleash even deadlier strikes on U.S. positions in the Middle East. This is no small event, he declared, signaling Iran's growing reach and readiness. Warning 4. Khamenei blasted U.S. President Donald Trump for demanding Iran's surrender. In a sharp rebuke, he called Trump's demand a joke for the world, saying the idea of Iran surrendering is laughable to anyone who knows the nation's history and strength.
The U.S. president, in one of his statements, said Iran must surrender. This is no longer about enrichment, no longer about nuclear technology. It's about Iran's surrender. Well, this statement is far too grand for the mouth of the American president. Iran with its greatness, Iran with this history, Iran with this culture, Iran with this national iron will. The very idea of surrender for such a country is laughable to those who know the Iranian nation.
Warning 5. Khamenei revealed what he called America's true goal: total submission of Iran. Previous U.S. leaders, he said, hid behind excuses like democracy and human rights. Khamenei claimed has finally exposed America's real demand: Iran's complete surrender.
The Americans have been in conflict with Islamic Iran since the beginning of the revolution. Each time they have a new excuse, sometimes human rights, sometimes defending democracy, sometimes women's rights, sometimes nuclear issues, sometimes missile development. They bring various excuses, but the core of the matter is nothing more than Iran's surrender. Previous leaders would not say this because it was unacceptable, but this person revealed the truth.
This explosive message comes just days after US President Donald Trump's chilling remarks at the NATO Summit in The Hague. Standing before world leaders, Trump warned that the war can restart at any moment.
And can it start again? I guess someday it can. It could maybe start soon.
But Khamenei's answer was clear. Iran will never surrender. He hailed the unity of Iran's 90 million strong population, calling it the backbone of the country's military resistance.
A nation of around 90 million people stood united, with one voice, shoulder to shoulder, without any difference in their demands or the goals they expressed. They stood firm, they chanted, they spoke, they supported the actions of the armed forces. The Iranian nation showed its greatness and its outstanding and unique character.
As Trump raises the stakes and Khamenei doubles down on threats, the risk of another deadly escalation hangs in the balance.